Every few months, it seems like new information regarding Minecraft the movie gets released to the world, and everybody gets either a little bit excited or a little bit disappointed. In this case, people are split, and sadly, I'm one of them. While, yes, any news regarding the Minecraft movie is good news, there are some points of contention in my eyes, at least. Recently, Mojang announced a few interesting pieces of information regarding the movie on the Minecraft website, and while we already knew some of it, there's still a lot that needs to be talked about today, especially as more information can come out at any given time. In this video, we're going to talk about that most recent news, give our opinions on what we know, and even give up some ideas. While there is some things that we're certainly excited for, I definitely want to give my 2 cents on the matter while I still can. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, let's start on what we know, the story. A few months back in January, Variety, a magazine and online news source of information regarding entertainment and more, spoke about the news that they received exclusively about the Minecraft movie. In their article, they talked about the film's new director, Peter Sollett, the producers, and more. Included in the more was the film's story. Months later, we've now seen the story was confirmed via the official Minecraft website in a post written by Mojang staff. On the website, Mojang confirms that the story is about a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers. After the malevolent Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction, they must save their beautiful blocky overworld. While I definitely have some issues with the story, I'll get into that later. Continuing on, they once again confirm that the movie will be directed by Peter Sollett and that he will be making sure everyone stands in the right place and delivers award-worthy performances. No pressure. Well, this is obviously a pretty tongue-in-cheek joke. Sarcasm aside, there's actual pressure here, not only from critics, but from fans as well. They also state that they've officially partnered up with Warner Brothers for the movie, which in my opinion is definitely a good way to go, especially considering the fact that they've produced many amazing movies, especially in just the past couple of years. While I would definitely like to see the movie be more so animated than I would like to see it live action, it has been confirmed that it is a live action, full-length feature film. Whether or not this means we'll be seeing something in the same vein as like Detective Pikachu, I'm really not sure, but Warner Brothers has definitely gotten the animated to real life bit down, so I'm not as concerned with them at the helm. Minecraft might be a little bit harder than Pokemon, but hopefully they will figure it out. In their blog post, they say that they believe the movie is in very capable hands. While I don't doubt that they believe that, I can definitely see some risks in approaching the movie the way that they're approaching it. But before we get into those risks, I think that we should get into the next, and one of the most important pieces of information. On top of announcing the story, Mojang also announced the release date for the movie, and boy is this one a doozy. Skipping all of the jokes, the release date for the movie is slated to be March 4th, 2022. On the news post, Mojang states, "Does it sound distant? We beg to differ. It's only 1,053 days, or about 34 months, or 150 weeks, or 1.5 million minutes. Not that we're counting, of course." First off, you're totally counting. Secondly, yes, it sounds distant. Well, this obviously isn't entirely Mojang's fault, what with movie schedules, contracts, directors picking up and leaving the project, and way more legal mumbo-jumbo that goes with anything of this magnitude, it does kinda stink. When I was reading the post on the website and saw that 1,053 days were left until the movie's release date, I just had to do some math. Going onto the Mojang website, finding the post where they officially announced the Minecraft movie's release date, and looking at the published date, I crunched a couple numbers. What did I find? Well, the original time between the original announcement and the original release date was 1,061 days. We've waited 1,061 days to find out that the movie will be coming out in 1,053 days. At just about 3 years, I can't say that I'm not frustrated. There's an 8-day difference between those 1,000 plus days that have passed. At the pace that we're going, if 8 days keep dropping off every 3 years, the movie will be done in just under 400 years. And that's not even counting tweets from Notch 2 years earlier, where he was already talking about Mojang's partnership with Warner Bros. The only reason I chose that post in specific was because it was the first official word that we had gotten directly from the mouth of Mojang about a release date. All in all, almost 6 years from start to finish seems like an extremely long time to have to wait, but that's where my problems are only beginning. Before I start with this, I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing Mojang or Warner Brothers here. I want to set something perfectly straight. Regardless of what happens, I am excited for this movie. I do think that they will eventually figure this project out. Whether it's March 4th, 2022 or 2 years later, I think they will eventually get it. It's like that old saying goes, a bad game is always bad, but a delayed game is eventually good. Right now, it seems that they're getting all of their major ducks in a row. My biggest problems right now, aside from the wait time, is the story. As it sits, I do not know how to feel about it. Let's go back to what Mojang said. The story of a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers. After the malevolent Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction, they must save their beautiful, blocky overworld. Sounds ambitious. Mojang, Warner Brothers, if I'm being honest, no, that doesn't actually sound ambitious. That's not the word I would choose. It sounds safe. A story of a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers sounds fine. Fighting an Ender Dragon, that one's kinda boring. We've seen it before. Too many times, in fact. Also, if we're talking about game continuity, I'll do you one better. The Ender Dragon cannot escape the end. Game over. Roll the credits. I'm fine with a group of friends beating an enemy, but I think this is where live action is gonna really make or break the movie. If you give me a group of teenage characters fighting a dragon that looks like it's come out of a Game of Thrones or Skyrim scenario, we might be talking here. If it's gonna be a blocky regular dragon and a blocky regular Minecraft world with green screen characters, I don't think I'm going to be very pleased with the outcome. Either go the Detective Pikachu route and make all blocky things look realistic, or make it fully animated. There's a lot of different things that you could do here that would work, and I'm hoping that you've thought of all of them before we've given you those ideas. If not, me and Michael will take our royalty checks in the mail. Hit me up. But I'm not going to end it like that. I want to give some real criticism to the story. When writing these scripts, myself and Michaelmcchill have a very firm belief that if you're going to criticize something, bring something else to the table to help remedy that. We're very proud of the fact that we do that. So here's Michael's solution. You want an interesting story centered around a group of adventurers going to defeat a threat from destroying the Minecraft world. Do you want a girl to be the main character? Do you want it to be completely original? Do you want to have some actual Mojang input? Look no further because it's already been done. I present to you Minecraft Story Mode. That's right, your story's been done before, and it's already been done by one of your own. And yes, I'm judging a book by its cover, but hear me out. We open on a group of characters with the main protagonist being either a boy or a girl. The character's story leads them to a point where they follow a villain of the game into a lab. In the lab, they see the villain using a command block and creating a wither. Within seconds, he loses control, and the wither becomes a wither storm, gaining more and more power as it destroys the overworld. The heroes have to band together to stop the storm before it destroys everything. Not only did they not make it live action, but they also made it original. They took two concepts that players knew, the wither and the command block, combining them, which obviously doesn't work in the main game that way, but they created their own new original character, their own new enemy, and made it actually interesting, and something that you wanted to invest your time into defeating. If I'm being honest, I don't care to see an Ender Dragon fight, overworld or not. It has been done before. I firmly believe that Minecraft has a ton of potential. I mean, the game is quite literally a sandbox. You can do whatever you want with it. It's digital Legos. But I don't know that its potential should be rooted in live action unless the story is rooted around that concept in general. We've seen kids get sucked into video games before. There are definitely ways that you could approach this movie that could make things more interesting. Don't necessarily be a Lego ripoff, but don't go for Super Mario Bros. Either. Just utilize utilize Minecraft's ability to be infinite. Go from there. I'm hoping that the Minecraft movie is worth the money and is more original than something that I could find on YouTube. I do believe that Warner Brothers and Mojang can figure this out, but I'm not setting my expectations very high until I see some more information, and I think that's fair. But to make it perfectly clear, I do hope that this movie succeeds. I don't want it to fail. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the Minecraft movie? Do you think that I'm being too harsh, or do you agree with the points that I had to make? Let me know in the comments section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.